What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets radio. Week 2, the NFL season. Jets, Patriots, home opener. I cannot wait to get to MetLife Stadium on Sunday. Always my favorite game of the year is a home opener. This environment should be wild, especially after the year not being in the stadium. So if you're going to the game, we'll be in L6. If you want to stop by and tailgate or say hi, whatever else. We'll look at the game. I know that obviously it's a great rivalry game, but the Patriots have won 10 in a row. Both teams coming off a loss, so in theory, if you're looking about must-wins, you don't want to go 0-2. Look at the chaos the Giants are dealing with right now. So obviously both teams are desperate for a win. And the matchups for me are interesting. You know, if you look at the Jets offense versus the Patriots defense, obviously the Patriots defense is going to come after the Jets, stack the line, try to stop the run, and get after Zach Wilson. The offensive line will be face a tremendous amount of pressure. Mekhi Becton's out up to 8 weeks, if not longer. So you have George Fant on left tackle. You have Morgan Moses starting. And you hopefully Vera Tucker plays better after a rusty week last week. And they can just control the pocket and give Zach Wilson time, or at least let the Jets run the ball some. Establish the run, which will open up play action pass, can open up their offense a little more. Obviously, Belichick's going to try to take away Corey Davis, Zach Wilson's safety blanket. But thankfully, the Jets have wide receiver depth. They have Elijah Moore. Didn't play well last week, but that was his first NFL game after not really playing in the preseason. So you expect more out of him. Crowder and Cole should be back. You have Berrios. If Mims is active, the Jets have wide receiver depth. Now, the Patriots have some studs on defense. You have Hightower, Van Noy, Winovich, all those guys, Judon. So they can get after it. And you just got to try to find holes in their defense and see what, keep Zach Wilson mobile, maybe go up-tempo sometimes, work your own, quick slants or screen plays, change up things. Because if anything, Belichick and his staff are studying the tape all last week because now there's legitimate game tape that they can look at. On defense, I think the Jets are going to have their hands full. And I understand that the Patriots have a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones, but the Jets defense is decimated by injuries. And when you got to start playing guys significant reps that you signed off the street this week, it's not ideal. Now, obviously, the defensive front, you hope to see more out of Quinn Williams as he knocks his rust off, gets more acclimated back to the NFL shape. Then you have Rankins and John Franklin Myers, and you hope they can create some havoc. But after that, I honestly think the Patriots will attack the Jets' outside linebackers. Cashman's out, Jared Davis is out, Sherwood's out. So you have a lot of inexperienced guys. Like I said, you're signing guys off the street to be there. So you can attack them with James White and Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. And you could just, wheel routes and all kinds of out of the backfield to attack our weakness. And then the other weakness is LaMarcus Joyner's out for the year. So who's the safety playing alongside Marcus May? So, Josh McDaniels and Belichick are super smart. They're going to game plan for all the holes in the defense. And it's up to Saleh and everybody else to figure out ways to slow him down and try to, confuse Mac Jones if possible, take away his easy reads as well. The Patriots wide receivers are, they're all solid too. So interesting matchups. Last week the Jets corners did play fairly well, better than I thought they did. Guidry and Hall, Michael Carter, they all were quite impressive, to be honest with you. But I think they're going to get tested more, especially now with Joyner out too. That's a blow. What's his Redwine? That was his name. Redwine was horrendous. So we'll see how it goes. If you had to be, I'm looking at just honest matchups. The Jets offense versus the Patriots defense, I think they may have some opportunities if they can just control the pocket a little bit, control the line of scrimmage, and give Zach Wilson some time. The Patriot offense versus the Jets defense, I think, is a significant advantage just because of the injuries. They desperately miss Carl Lawson. They need a pass rush. John Franklin Myers has to have a hell of a game. And C.J. Mosley's got to try to overcome playing with a lot of inexperience side by side to him, too. Inexperienced saying, I know they signed the guy from the Browns, but it's just like he's here, 4 days, 5 days. So if I'm being completely honest, I'm hoping that the Jets come out wild and all fired up and just playing at their peak level in the first quarter and make this a very interesting game and very competitive in the first half, and then see where this make adjustments at halftime and give your best shot in the second half. But I'm not necessarily sure. I don't like the matchup right now, just where the Jets are at. I think they're still trying to find their way a little bit. And as they start playing better teams or better coach teams, they're going to struggle a little bit, especially all the injuries, until they can get everything in place for a couple weeks in a row. Like the offensive line playing as a unit for 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and I think they'll be better off. But right now, I think it's going to be a struggle. It could be a little bit ugly. So if I had to give my prediction, I'm thinking 28-17, 28-20 Patriots. And I hate saying it. I'd love to be wrong. I'm just being honest. Like, if I had, like, I don't bet, if I bet any kind of football, it's like over-unders, and I do fantasy football, but I don't bet point spreads and shit like that. But I just don't feel comfortable, especially Belichick coming off a loss. They need it, our rookie quarterback, and all the injuries we have. So feel free to leave comments, disagree, call me a jerk, and call me not a homer and everything else. I'm used to it, and have a good day.